Bapak Ibu sekalian, saya akan menyampaikan rundown webinar hari ini dengan tema AI Based Smart Governance and Strategies. Yang pertama adalah sambutan Ketua IAPA dari Profesor Agus Pramusinto, MDA. Waktu dan kesempatan dipersilahkan kepada Prof. Agus. Silakan, Prof.
Okay, thank you very much, Pak Bukhari. Good afternoon. Selamat siang, and John Hoyo, all Yapa friends from Sabang to Merauke. It is a great pleasure for us to meet on this afternoon. And on occasion, we have a guest professor from Inha University. Professor Myong, who will share knowledge about artificial intelligence with the title AI-based governance and strategies. And we all often talk and read about what AI is and how AI will affect the science and practice of public administration and policy. Therefore, on this rare occasion, we take advantage of it to listen and discuss directly via the Zoom. Thank you, Professor Myong, for taking the time to with our YAPA members. Terima kasih. Thank you very much, and kamsahamnida. Terima kasih semuanya. Sukses selalu.
Selamat siang.
Thank you.
Terima kasih.
Thank you, Prof. Agus, who gave the speech and to lead the webinar, the discussion, and for here is Mr. Marshall. Please, Mr. Marshall, lead to webinar.
Okay, thank you, Kang Bukhari. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished scholars and the valued members of the academic community. My name is Marcel Angwin. As you can see in your screen, I will be your moderator for after this afternoon session. Today, we have Professor Seung Hwan Myong. 안녕하십니까, 교수님. I used to be also a student at the Seoul National University, Seoul-dae, for the Haengjeongdae Hak-won. So I can speak just a little a bit about Korean and read some Hangul. So I will be happy to translate if you need anything. Maybe before we begin the session and started the presentation, so there is this Indonesian saying that tak kenal maka tak sayang. So for Professor Myong, in here in Indonesia, we have the saying tak kenal maka tak sayang, meaning if you don't know the people, then you will not love the people. So I will introduce Prof. Myong first to the people, so people will know Prof. Myong a better more. So I will read some of his CV. So it was a quite amazing and stellar achievement. So Professor Myong was born in the Republic of Korea. He received a Bachelor of Science in Public Administration from Hankook University of Foreign Studies, an MPA degree in Public Administration, and also a PhD in Social Science from Syracuse University back in the 1996. And since 2000, he has been a professor at the Public Administration Department at Inha University, Incheon, Republic of Korea. He is author of 10 books and more than 100 articles. His current research interests include smart cities, smart governance, e-government, blockchain, government reform, industrial security, cybersecurity, policy decision process, policy analysis and evaluation, and some other methodology and techniques, such as social science methodology, policy analysis, big data, and interdisciplinary approach. And now he served as a president of the Korea Association for Policy Analysis and Evaluation in 2016, also the Korea Association for Policy Studies, KAPS. Maybe in Indonesia it's similar like IAPA, like Indonesian Association for Public Administration. And Prof. Myong, I believe you've been introduced to Prof. Agus Pramusinto. He's the head of the Indonesian Association for Public Administration. So it's really a wonderful occasion to be able to meet the two of the heads of the Korean Association, while also Indonesian Association, both Prof. Agus and Prof. Myong. Also, we have Dr. Ahmad Bukhari here. He is the coordinator for the conference, workshop, and seminar So he's the one that able to make this occasion happen today. So yeah, I mean, I need people to know these three amazing people that made today's session happen. And also, currently, Professor Myong is served as the Center for Security Convergence and E-Governance Director. He was also Vice Chair of the Digital New Deal Committee and Presidential Commission on Policy Planning. So there is a lot involvement of Professor Myong. He's without a doubt a prominent scholar in this topic regarding on AI-based smart governance and strategies. So his work appeared in the Administration and Society, Korean Journal of Information Policy, Government Information Quarterly, Sustainability, and others many more. So, and then before we begin the session, likewise, for those who can turn on their camera, maybe you can turn on your camera, and then let's take a group photo first before we begin the session. If you can turn on your camera, it will be very beautiful for our group photo. Okay. So currently we have 40 people joining us. Okay, I will take the photos. I will give
Ada
1, 2,
tolong
3.
hidupin lampunya, Dek. Tolong, Dek, cepet.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, cheese. Okay, that's one for the first pages. Wait for a second. I will pick for the second one.
Udah
And
mulai.
the second one, 1, 2, 3, cheese.
Ya.
Okay. Wait a second. Okay, that's great. Okay, so we will begin our session. I will give the time to Professor Myong, maybe for about 35 to 40 minutes, Professor. But it's
Sure.
okay if you want to have more time, just let me know if you need more time.
No, that's enough.
Okay, 35 to 40 minutes is fine. So after that, we will have Q&A sessions. I will explain the rules about it later. So please, Prof. Myong, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you. All right. Okay. Thank you very much again having me here. I'm very honored to give all of the outstanding scholars and professors and share my ideas about the new. I'm sorry, this is not that I want. The other. Okay, I'm going to change. Sorry. Okay, this is the one that I have to. Sorry. Okay, the topic today I'd like to share with you is AI-based smart governance and strategies. And the stories I'd like to explain is as below, like this. the rise of AI, the concept, and how can we use AI in the public sector, and what's the type of AI decision making and cases that we have witnessed so far, and how can we adopt AI in the public sector, and especially for policy making decision making process. And I'd like to suggest or thinking about new strategies in the new AI-based transformation era. It will be very difficult, even though I sort of working on for the last 2 years about AI and then other convergence technologies like blockchain and IoTs in smart city applications and government reform. But the adoption of AI is tremendously, influencing to all of the sectors, not even the public sector, but also private sector and throughout the global communities. The sooner, I'm afraid that everything that we have known and experienced were set up for running the society and government might be useless or disappear. Okay, so that is the kind of phobia that everybody in the world now confronting at this moment. All right, so just look at the beginning stage of AI, and well, I don't have to explain the history of AI, but at this moment we can say that this is something big one, big change, or something very different from that we have known in any kind of technologies or impacts or whatever that have come to human history. But this is very different. We have witnessed the AlphaGo action, activity that totally defeated the Korean, the Lee Sedol chess player. He just won only once at the time.
Yeah.
But after that, nobody beat AI in any kind of games that was created by humans. And then we are increasingly using or thinking about adopting convergent converging ICTs like blockchain and IoTs and clouds and mobile and AI. AI was one of the converging technologies uh, for the last 10 years or 5 years. But all of a sudden, from the last year, AI is the only one top ranked technology that overcome or that is the most critical and important technologies that beat every technologies that have developed or invented by human. So now we are talking only AIs, not other technologies. That's why the reason why I guess is that the born or appearance of ChatGPT that is very similar to humans' brain running and create something that have never existed before, and it can detect and sense, having a sense of humors even, or emotional, okay, activities or response that machine cannot have. So that is why we are very fearful about phobia, about the advent of AI technology now. So sooner it will replace everything that we have, even government, bureaucracy, and yes, office work, and lawyers, doctors, and anything, maybe drivers, taxi drivers, chauffeurs. You know what? Elon Musk, he's dreaming about is about to near the FSD. We don't need any drivers or wheel. Totally is a door-to-door transportation. That is not a car. It is a moving office, and controlled by AI system. So government maybe can be operated by AI, not the people, not the government officials or local government officials. So this we can figure out if we look at the rapidly changing environment and example cases that we are looking at it now. What is AI? I cannot explain in a short sentence, but it is kind of similar to human and copy human behavior by having their own models. That was developed by human. They have learned humans in neural learning and thoughts and thinking. And they also learned reasoning, why, and every languages. But still, we're having very difficulties to learn other languages. But AI conquered. He learned, and it is not he doesn't have any interest in learning new languages because he already finished learning languages. So AI ChatGPT, it is based upon a big language model, as you know, LLM model, and he understands every human languages and every signals or every historical text message that we have to learn throughout the life or more span of history. But it completed. I don't know his gender is. It completed. So that's, somewhat it has software and hardware and have everything. But most powerful thing is algorithm that we cannot easily use to make algorithms. Very difficult to make algorithm, but AI can make it in a second, thousands of algorithms in a second. So that is a big difference between human and AI. So it is not just the machine. It is God's will, God's capacity, ability to create something that we don't know. So that's why we are very fearful. We should uh, be very careful what will happen from now on. And there are two types AI. The narrow AI, we believe it is just good at some rationalized behavior that we are used to it, rational model, just input and output is clear, cost and benefit analysis, we are used to it, and Nobel Prize winner, they won the Nobel Prize, just based upon rational model. and decision-making model. And otherwise, they have developed public choice theory model and a bounded rationality model that machine computer cannot calculate. So we just leave it as an error term that we cannot figure out and calculate. So that's why economists won the Nobel Prize, because that is hypothesized that we cannot handle. So we just respect Nobel Prize winner, economist, but not anymore. Because AI can explain the error term that we couldn't calculate, just left it as a proposition and hypothesis, okay, or guessing, okay. So economic model is not great anymore because AI is much better than economist, right? And general AI is much more powerful because the common people, the average people, like us, like me, can use that. Okay, I can even better make better performance than Nobel Prize winner. I mean, economist. Okay, I think I can do it better. Yes, I can understand what the economic model, rational model is very easy because ChatGPT explained the very common language to me, even Korean language. So I can understand it. Okay. So I can make economic model greater than Akshay Guru that last year. Okay. What exactly what I just forgot his name, but he won the Nobel Prize just analyzing historic meaning of the economic development and why developing country is failing to make better economic condition because they failed the opening the market and they failed reforming the government and innovation. Those are something that he found. But now I think that is very easy one. Okay, why? It is just less than the general idea uh, that already we have already explained, can explain. But I don't know. I just wondering why he won the Nobel Prize by that analysis, because ChatGPT analyzed better than him. Okay, so at the same time, AI provide and they preside every discussion situations in the decision making process. All right, this is the that AI machine or model they are applying in this here, having adopted so far traffic, security, and irrigation, banking, and disease prediction, and education, and others, and other crime prevention, almost everything. Okay, especially medical examination detection, cancer exam, AI could better. And Watson is an AI, medical AI developed by IBM. Watson already proved that superior, AI is superior than the doctor, the best doctor in Johns Hopkins. Watson can read and examine, understand in a second 600,000 pieces of medical evidence and 2 million pages of literature from 42 medical journals. clinical trials, lung cancer cases. Yes. So that's maybe 100 Nobel Prize winner of medical field can read about 2 years, for 2 years. But Watson can do this in a second. So that's why even we don't need medical doctor. Okay. Maybe surgeon, well, robot surgeon is much better. No error. Robot surgeon works, operate 24 hours. No sleep. No error. What do you think? What do you think? 100% correct detecting, examining cancers. What do you think? Like human doctors now, they have almost like 40% of error, okay, of examining cancer. So, what do you think about that? Legal issues? Lawyers earn a lot of money, enjoying too much big power, especially in Korea or Asian countries, maybe United States of America, because human, they don't share data, information together. But shortly, within 2 years or 3 years, every big data information is linked, might be linked, like in a Google platform, Microsoft platform, and AI, okay, acts and run and link and analyze. Why do we need lawyer? They live, they work because of the mismatch of information that make misunderstanding, conflict between you and me, all right, or employee and employer, mismatch. And power group, they don't open their data and information. Government have 95, 99% of data, and they don't share with people, private sector organizations. So they monopolize the data business, software business, and they collect taxes from the people. So people just pay taxes. They don't know what the government is doing. But now, different. The story has changed or will be changing totally different from now on. So that's why there are so many happenings around the world now. And this is what really that we have witnessed. We gotta know this is happening now in your mobile phone. And this is what really happened in Korea. Korea Electronic Power Corporations, now they adopted sensors, AI sensors. Not the people are going around or visiting around the household, because already AI senses detecting every second of the usage of electronics at each household, and they control the overuse of electricity. So each household save electricity power and resell it to the Korean Electronic Power Corporations. And water, also same case, the gas. So AI save the gas and water usage and resell it to the public corporations. And household, they earn money back, pay back, and they save the energy, and they become richer than ever. Oh, this is what's happening now. And Social Security, health insurance portal, the trend is saving more money, less usage, overuse of energy, electricity. Just we need this much, not much more. We need just this. And other, reselling, or don't produce, overused, unnecessary electric power or other energy. Just like that. More efficient, wise use. That is smart use, smart. Very timely use and action, decision making at a needed time, necessary, demand, right on time, not too late, to be late, not too early, just right in time that we need, require. So input and output should be like that. But government and private sector enterprises now, they produce too much. Okay. And what? They don't use it. Only 20% of energy or production they consume. But the other majority of the productions, items, they what? They are thrown to the as a garbage. So we don't have any more spaces to throw the garbage and what? Manage the waste management is a headache now. It's a big problem of Indonesia and other developing countries to manage waste management, recycling, because we produce too much, uncontrollable. Yes, we got to think about the system in a whole ecology cycle. Why do you just focus on deregulation, regulation, and management itself? So AI detects, understands the whole cycle of ecology, input and output, and wise clock and wise way of using energy production cycle. So that is very important thing for the public sector management and policy making. Efficient use. We delete or erase or kick out, get rid of unnecessary paperwork, overwork, unnecessary work in the office, unnecessary what? Budget, expenditure. Why? Why do we need tall building? Why do we need more cars? Why do we need more factories or highway, railroad? Why do we need that? More houses. If we find out better way for living or going somewhere like smart mobility. Drone is cheaper, okay? Drone is cheaper than smart mobility. It's cheaper. Electric car, and now sooner Elon Musk will announce, okay, or introduce FSD, robot car. It doesn't need any drivers. It is a moving office. You can do everything in the moving office. Watch movie, and you work, okay? Business, transactions. You can do anything in there, or even you can sleep, okay? And so that is a new concept of future smart mobility controlled by AI. Why do we need physical labor and human labor? It takes a lot of burden for the government policy and budgeting. The benefits of AI for policymaking, we can realize real rational model. no loss, no error term. No Nobel Prize winner based upon bounded rationality, limited rationality, okay? And 100% transparency, no corruptions, 100% objective, okay? And fair and efficient. So that is kind of utopia that we have been dreaming for the last 101 or 200 years after the Industrial Revolution. So now AI is must, not an option, because AI proves its superiority. Okay, human capabilities, maybe emotionally or creativity, maybe yes, it is still questionable that AI cannot, but sooner we don't know. Okay, we don't we cannot promise that human is superior all the time, but we are not sure that. Okay, ethical issues. That's why AIs think that, oh, you look like childish, immature, hey, insane. Don't say like that. Okay, if say uh, human require, persuade AI, unnecessary, inefficient request and demand, AI will ignore. That is what happening. Beijing, as you know, China, they are very pretty much advanced in terms of AI adoption, in terms of efficiency, extreme efficiency in China. Okay? Nothing others. No democracy, no human rights, no privacy protection. They only, okay, what? Use the extreme efficiency by AI. So that's why the China is the leading, but we are not sure whether it can be continued in the future. We don't know yet. Okay, Beijing, Shanghai, everywhere you go, your face is detected, monitored by AI control cables, and you don't have to bring your credit card because they use digital currency, CDBC by China Central Bank. They monitor, detect every consumes use of money, spending of the people. There is a huge Big Brother, okay, platform that we are looking at China now. Okay. Accountability. So whose responsibility for car accident or any kind of accident or human a intrusion of any kind of that we don't know the originality, who are related, which one is related. Maybe AI interrupted and massaged, okay? But we don't know who are the real starter, originator. So liability is very difficult to prove. So whether is this the mistake of AI or human? Whose mistake? I don't know. And legal ethical concerns, we cannot blame somebody or sentence because we don't know the real, okay, real criminal, real criminal or real people who committed a crime. And democracies I don't know how to explain whether our democracies will be continued or sustainable because it is too much efficient. Uh, we don't need any other variables or other factors that will beat or save us, save us for the perfect smart society in the near future. And so AI-driven labor substitution and kill and replace every labor people, even white collar people and taxi drivers and even teachers. So you name it, you name it. So this is the model that have I found last year, DeepMax. So this is a model that the AI a framework. If some organizations adopt AI, so this is the framework that you can adapt it. This is the kind of cases that in my presentation. So there is a skepticism as well as what utopian a prediction, okay, positively thinking, or negatively thinking, but whatever comes, we already living in the era of AI. It doesn't matter that we like or not. We like or not. AI influence dominates the transition, a new paradigm of new smart governance and every systems that we have enjoyed and built so far, including economic model and strategy, and as well as indirect democracy and president system or Congress system, whatever it is, we have to think about, can we continue this 21st or 20th century economic and democratic model? That can we? So we got to think about it. But one thing clear is that we are living now open society, open participation of people and civil, and they should be engaged together, and it should be like connected with network. And the new leadership is like left side through discussion, participation, not the right side. Follow me? No. No. People never listen to you. Okay, this is model that we can see. So future society of South Korea is, we presume that it is a predictable and trustworthy society. And the future government of South Korea is a smart and truthworthy government. The justification premise that AI is a means, tool to an end, and should not replace humans. That is my hope. That is my hope. And I'd like to share that because now we are in the period of selecting new presidents, as you know. Okay, this is yes, I draw and I designed new government system like this. Okay, president and here national under the president, National AI Strategy Board, and AI Smart Government Ad Hoc Committee, and Office of the Prime Minister, should handle directly Office of AI Smart Government for controlling central government. Okay, and under that, AI Smart Government Promotion Committee should be there. And these are the central governments all together. They should be reformed, merged, not too many departments, divided. We don't need divide, too many, because they should be merged together. For example, education, labor, and industry, they should be merged because they should be linked, not separately done or operated. And also, these are local, regional organization and committee. They should be all connected to this. And councils, local councils, they should have connected to the prime minister level and AI platform and directly linked to the president. Okay, so these are kind of harmony between centralized or decentralized, and in the center, AI platform should be there, running up automatically. Okay, and looking for extreme level that is Pareto optimality. Pareto of optimality can be done through AI. And the other things that AI cannot cover, that is a gig economy, then men should be there, people should be there, and some kind of new labors and physical and okay, other type of labor should be emotional labor should be involved that we should create in the long run. Okay, so these are my design of new future government and system. Okay, this is all, and thank you for your attention. And any questions? Okay, welcome. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you,
I'm done.
Professor Myung. It was very amazing presentation that we learned about the kinds of AI, the narrow AI, the general AI, and then also you talk about how the AI improve efficient, effective policy making, also improving a better democracy, or maybe putting some pressure on the democracy also. And there is about the rumors about the workforce replacement, and you also stressed about the some framework like DeepMax and so on. And you also stated that AI influence dominates new paradigm of governance. So it's like creating a new era of the governance for all of us, especially for developing, both for developing and developed countries. So yeah, and today we have arrived at the Q&A session. For the first session, I will open for 3 participants first. And then after the answering of the question, we will go for the second session if there's still any participants that want to ask questions. Okay, for the first session, please, you can use the raise hand features on the Zoom, and then I will select and call your name, and then you may deliver your questions. 3 participants, if any. If any of you would like to ask questions.
Akshimoglu. Oh. Nobel Prize winner.
Yeah, I just Google it and then I kind of find, and it's really
Yeah,
interesting take that you said that
yeah.
AI is much better than the economists, and also yeah, when I read that, I also I can relate to that, Professor.
Yes.
Oh, okay, the race is still off. Oh, okay, wait, let me check first. Wait a minute. Okay, it's just I also cannot see the control, but maybe if any of you want to ask question, just turn on your mic and state your name and institution, please.
Thank you,
Okay.
Mr. Masala, excuse me. May I ask a question?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, thank you for the time. My name is Arif
Mas
from
Arif ya.
Yes, my name is Arif from a policy analyst from National Service Agency, or you can say BKN. I was a policy analyst at Civil Service Commission, uh, where the Professor Agus Pramusinto chairmanship. Thank you for the insightful, Professor. If I'm not mistaken, first, I'm sorry, I have to turn off my camera because I have an issue with my laptop webcam. Um, if I'm not mistaken, South Korea was among the first nation in the Asia Pacific region to develop national AI regulations. Given your experience, what would you advise the first concrete steps for Indonesia should prioritize in formulating the effective AI policies, especially in public sector? Because we know that even Singapore still has developed yet the AI policy, if I'm not mistaken as well. But I think Korea has developed it before, and I think we can learn from the South Korea based on your experience. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Arif. First question is regarding what's the first step for making the AI policy making happen.
Yes,
So
effective policy AI.
true. So if there is any lesson learned from the Korea, maybe Professor Myong will also share with us. Okay, we will hold it first, and then is there any other participant that want to ask questions? Okay, not yet. Okay, Prof. Myong, if you could please answer the question.
Sure. Korea has developed the economy. We have been, working on developing the economy for the last 50 years, and then the beginning of the stage of information age, and it took about 30 years, right? You can say that we began in the middle of 1990s. So at the beginning stage, the most important job of the government is drive government-driven strategy, because market is so weak. No private companies exist in the market. So government should drive, and like Keynesian economic supply economics, create the market and provide incentives for regional vendors, companies, or big companies to invest and explore the new digital market or IT markets. And then through what? Government procurement. Government should buy necessary things from the market through private vendors of Indonesia. Okay? And of course, at the beginning stage, each country need technical support from the global company. Okay, for us, IBM, Microsoft, they involved, concerted. We also depend on the strategies given by McKinsey, Anderson, the global consulting companies. Yeah, it is unavoidable. We cannot avoid it. We have to pay them. But we can do it faster because of they are superior. We should pay for them. Very expensive. But if you depend on cheaper, okay, technology or any kind of strategy from the chip providing companies or cash investments that is very easy money. But it turned out to be useless because they don't work for you. They work for having their own interest, short return, ROI. So government and president leadership, under the strong leadership, president should create established president committee for AI or whatever, digital transformation committee. Okay? And president should continuously politically support that committee. And under the controllability of president's committee, their main related ministry, for example, telecommunication, okay, Ministry of Telecommunication and Industry, and also finance departments, they should, okay, link and support to every policies and activities and implementation plan and what grants, funding by the government and guarantee ROI to the private sector business. And strong leadership and sustainable support and creating new funding grants from the central government is critical, must be done for the beginning stage of more than 10 to 20 years. Okay? So then after that, market is growing and private sector is growing and education, R&D, okay, the smart people, they are working on with a good age salary, start to create a startup company, venture, and then support again. So it will take maybe 20 and 25 years, but it is worthwhile to drive those policies. So that is my recommendations.
Okay. Mas Arief, do you have any comment on that?
Yes, thank you, Professor, for your insights. Maybe one little thing that I hear from you is, can you give us an actual example of an incentive for the companies or stakeholders that implementing AI, and what are the implications for effectiveness of the AI policy itself? Thank you.
Recently, after the impeachment of Yoon, the previous president now, and the temporary committee of government, we also added more budget, billion dollars for developing AI applications in Korea now, recently. And they will put more heavy budget for AI development and provide big incentives for newcomer startup companies, R&D, tax exemption, okay, more grants and free loan, just like that. All right, give them a free space and share what NVIDIA GPU, okay, slots, free providing to the new startup and R&D. That's what the role of government, okay, aggressively to beat Chinese challenge. Okay, that's the strategy of China you know, because they are very easy, relatively easy. Chinese government is only one entity, no other opposite party. So politically done, very easy, fastly done. Everything is made by central party. So they have decided to support and grow, increase the number of venture and startup of developing, creating DeepSeek, ChatGPT, and AI Genius. They are selected and they are incubating global standard level of new genius human resources and huge support. Their salaries income is 3 times than my salary in Korea. So if I were, they invite me, I will go there. So actually, many Koreans have moved to Chinese university, even Samsung, okay, technicians, they are, you know, they have moved. Actually, they steal Korean technology, mostly from Samsung and other R&D. You know, that is a big problem, big loss of Korea now. Chinese recruit genius from Korea, giving them multi-million dollars for salary. Okay, very aggressive Chinese government. If Indonesia provide that money, many people will move to Indonesia. All right.
Okay, thank you, Professor. Mas Arif, is it good? Everything is well?
Yeah, very good. Thank a lot,
Okay.
sir.
Thank
Thanks a
you,
lot,
Mas
boss.
Arif.
Thank you.
So due to the time constraint, maybe I will have another one participant to ask a question. Is there any?
Yes.
Please state your name and your institution, sir.
Yeah, I'm Janice Peter from VIA UI, University of
This one
Phoenix.
is
Yeah.
actually my friend, Professor. So yeah.
Itu enak.
Okay, please,
Yes.
Mr. Janis.
It's my grateful to have you, Professor Myung, for the very great presentation about the AA Smart Government. I'm just curious to have more insights from you based on the presentation you've mentioned some benefits of AI for the government's development and public sector. And referring to the model that you have shown us, I'm very interested to know if how far, yeah, let's say Korea is a success story for us in developing these kinds of AI system. How far Korean government strengthened the capacity of collaboration and synergy between the central and the local government in terms of investing more in AI smart government. And the second one, probably it's related to the transparency and accountability. You've mentioned that, let's say 100% no corruption. Yeah. So this is like the role, the functional and the significant role of AI in terms of transparency and accountability in the public sector. So based on your own experience, because we Indonesian would like to learn more about how far the government developed transparency and accountability to tackle those kinds of issues, let's say corruption. So do you have any idea or insights that might be very much impactful for tackling those kinds of issues by integrating AI in terms of governance, development, and public services? Yeah, I think that's all for my questions. Thank you.
Yeah, to answer that is very expensive.
I just about to say that's a tough question, Professor. That's tough. Yeah, time is yours, Professor.
Okay, that's kidding. You know, again, the central government, strong leadership by the president, and at 20 years ago, we initiate and we have driven the major government-driven e-government projects, okay, digital government projects. We made designed 11 big, very important building digital transformation infrastructure throughout the country, especially including intranet, database, and merging insurance, pensions, medical services, and build out the platforms. That is a public domain of building a national platform, data platform, and entrance, immigration, taxation, customs. You know what? Incheon, Korean Incheon Airport is kind of very, automatic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very impressive, easy to go in out, entry. And electric, others digitalize everything that was designed by central government and the presidential committee of e-government or digital government for the last 30 years. Okay. Now we have provided big incentives to the local governments. If they choose those projects relating to local services, the more budget, the more subsidy is provided to that local region. All right. And local vendors also, they have more budget subsidy from the local governments that was given by the subsidy by central government. Okay. And now the fighting against the corruption during the democratic, government of Roh Moo-hyun and Kim Dae-jung of back into the early 2000. Okay, they have created a civil rights and anti-corruption agency. They merged every departed, divided entity like a civil complaining committee or police or others auditing. They merge together and build a platform and open to the public. Okay, so every complaints and reports, corruption reports, can be focused and merged, reported from everywhere and on the streets, in government office, everywhere, working places. People are reporting the corruption cases to that. We call it e-people, okay, electoral people, e-people that won the UN administration grand prize, and monitor every second, every corruption cases can be monitored by the government, okay, by the Ministry of Interior and President's Office, okay, and prosecutors. So if the case is severe and very heavy one, that must be reported to the police and prosecutors cases. So every cases happening surrounding corruption possibilities, they all can be automatically monitored. Okay, that's why we have a consensus. No exceptions for that. That's why, but still, there are many corruptions, political corruptions. That's why we have 2 presidents impeached. Okay, but now from now on, AI maybe get rid of the rest of the unveiled political corruption from now on. That's why we are working now against political corruption.
Well, Prof, thank you so much. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
No follow-up comments, Mas Janis, or is just enough?
Clear enough, clear enough. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much, bro. Yeah.
So we still have like 9 minutes. Any further questions from the participants? Oh no. Prof. Agus, maybe?
Oh, no, thank you. Yeah.
Okay.
Hello, Mr. Marshall.
Oh yeah. Please state your name, Miss, and your institution.
It's me, Delviazi Pujulestari. I'm come from STAPADS from Palembang.
Okay, please, Miss.
Ya, izin Pak Buho dan Prof. Agus.
Yeah.
Prof. Sinhuan, it's really interesting to me to listen to your presentation. It's not some kind of question. I just wanna say something. You say that a doctor and then a shopper will be replaced by AI. So what do you think that maybe someday politician will be replaced by AI too? What do you think about that? Maybe at Korea there's a politician is come from AI too, maybe.
Yeah, we believe much better than AI is honest than politicians.
Yeah, maybe. Yes. Thank you. I think just wanna say about it because AI is replace everything in our life activity, right? So I think maybe some days the politician will be created from AI too. I thank you very much, Mr. Rob Seng Huan. Thank you, Mr. Marcel.
Thank you, Miss Delviazi.
You're welcome. Terima kasih.
Is there any more questions, or can we conclude the presentations? Also the session for today? Okay. Professor Myong, I just remembered that my former thesis supervisor, Professor Kilkon Ko, if you know him, was he was saying that on this class, the government and corruption, the class is called government and corruption. He was saying that when somebody in Korea wanted to become a Korean president, he has to be ready to be impeached and get imprisoned, he said. So I was kind of like, oh my god, that's kind of scary though. Yeah, I was kind of hoping like maybe after this AI assisted us, especially in better policy making for the government, I was kind of hoping that story that whenever people want to become a president will get impeached and prison will no longer be heard. I hope for the best for both Korea and also for Indonesia. So yeah, and maybe that will also conclude our session today. Kang Buho, is it okay if I close the presentation? Pak Ahmad Buhari. Okay. So yeah, I think I will ask permission for Prof. Agus to conclude the session, and also to Prof. Myong. Many have we learned for today. So one is the Professor Myong stressed out that the two most important factors, saying that strong leadership and also funding support. That is the main reason for how to create an AI to be flourish in certain country. So it will also have lots of beneficial effect from the AI, such as improving the local government, improving transparency and accountability, and also a little nugget from Ms. Delviazi that said that probably we should have an AI politician that may be much more reliable than the nowadays politician. So yeah, thank you for coming at this session, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, valued members of the academic community, thank you, Prof. Agus Pramusinto, Kang Buhori, and also Prof. Myong for your time. And maybe this is the first series of the webinar from the IAPA conference, and I will close this session, and I will see you again in another webinar session. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much having me here. See you again.
Thank you, Prof. Myong.
Bye. Hope to see you again.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye.